You weigh roughly 3 pounds and look like folded gray putty. Nobody would guess what you are capable of just by looking. You sit inside a bony chamber, floating in fluid, completely protected. You cannot feel pain yourself, despite processing every pain the body experiences. Right now you are reading these words and understanding them effortlessly. That alone is more impressive than anything else on this planet. You are the human brain, and you contain roughly 86 billion neurons. Each neuron connects to thousands of others through microscopic gaps called synapses. Those connections number somewhere in the hundreds of trillions across your structure. No supercomputer ever built has matched the complexity packed inside your folds. Yet you accomplish all of this using about 20 watts of power. That is less energy than a dim household light bulb consumes. A modern computer attempting similar tasks would need vastly more electricity. You run continuously for decades on food, water, and oxygen alone. Still, you are extraordinarily expensive compared to the rest of the body. Your mass represents only about 2% of the total body weight. Yet you consume roughly 20% of all oxygen and glucose available. Blood arrives constantly through 4 major arteries, feeding your hungry tissue. Stop that supply for roughly 10 seconds and consciousness disappears completely. Nothing else in the body makes demands quite like yours does. Let us start with how you actually communicate within yourself first. A single neuron receives incoming signals through branching arms called dendrites. Those signals arrive as tiny electrical and chemical changes across the membrane. When enough signals accumulate, the neuron reaches a critical threshold point. Then it fires, sending an electrical pulse racing down its long axon. That pulse travels at speeds reaching around 100 meters per second. At the axon tip, the electrical signal becomes a chemical one instead. Neurotransmitters then spill across that synapse toward the next waiting neuron. Molecules like dopamine, serotonin, and glutamate carry those messages between cells. The receiving neuron interprets them and decides whether to fire in turn. Multiply that process by trillions, and you get every thought you have. Now consider everything you are doing at this exact moment already. You are regulating heartbeat, breathing, temperature, and blood pressure entirely automatically. You are digesting food, balancing hormones, and monitoring blood chemistry constantly. You are maintaining posture, adjusting muscle tension, and tracking body position. None of that work requires any conscious attention from you whatsoever. Deep at your base sits the brainstem, controlling your most essential functions. It manages breathing, heart rate, and the sleep cycle without pause. Damage there is catastrophic, because those systems cannot be consciously overridden. You cannot simply decide to stop your own heartbeat through willpower. Above it sits the cerebellum, tucked neatly beneath the larger hemispheres. The cerebellum contains more neurons than the rest of you combined. It handles coordination, balance, timing, and the smoothness of every movement. Riding a bicycle feels automatic because the cerebellum learned it thoroughly. Then there is the cortex, your outermost and most famous layer. That wrinkled outer surface is only a few millimeters thick throughout. Those wrinkles exist because you needed enormous surface area inside limited space. Unfolded completely, your cortex would cover roughly the area of a pillowcase. Evolution solved the packing problem by crumpling the sheet into deep folds. Different cortical regions specialize in strikingly different tasks across that surface. The occipital lobe at the back processes everything your eyes deliver. Light hits the retina, becomes electrical signals, and travels backward to you. There, edges, colors, motion, and depth get assembled into a single scene. Strangely, you do not see the outside world directly at all. You construct a model of it and then experience that model instead. When that construction goes wrong, people experience illusions, blind spots, or hallucinations. Your visual world is a prediction that is constantly being corrected. Your brain guesses first and checks the incoming evidence immediately afterward. The temporal lobes handle sound, language comprehension, and long-term memory. Deep inside sits the hippocampus, shaped remarkably like a small seahorse. It converts short-term experiences into memories capable of lasting decades. Damage that hippocampus badly, and new memories stop forming entirely, permanently. The parietal lobes build your sense of space and body position. They tell you where your hand is without needing to look. They integrate touch, temperature, pressure, and the location of everything nearby. Without them, people can lose awareness of one entire side of space. Then there is the frontal lobe, sitting directly behind your forehead. This region handles planning, decision-making, personality, and careful impulse control. It weighs consequences, delays gratification, and manages complex social behavior carefully. It is the last part of you to finish developing fully. That slow maturation continues into the mid-20s for most people. This explains a great deal about adolescent risk-taking and impulsivity. The emotional systems mature earlier than the systems that restrain them. Teenagers are not broken, they are simply operating with uneven internal timing. That mismatch is a normal developmental stage rather than a character flaw. Now consider one of your most extraordinary properties of them all. You are not fixed hardware, and you never stop rewiring yourself. Every skill learned physically changes the strength of connections between neurons. Repeated practice strengthens specific pathways, while unused pathways gradually weaken and fade. Scientists call this neuroplasticity, and it continues throughout your entire life. Learn a language and new connection patterns form across language regions. Practice an instrument and motor and auditory areas physically reorganize themselves. Stroke patients recover partly because surviving regions take over lost functions. Rehabilitation works precisely because your wiring genuinely responds to repeated effort. In effect, you are reshaping yourself in constant response to experience. Memory works very differently from how most people imagine it working. You do not store memories like files sitting inside a computer. Instead, memories exist as patterns of connection distributed across many regions. Recalling something means partially rebuilding that entire pattern all over again. Each rebuild changes the memory slightly, which is why recollections drift. Confident memories can be entirely false without the person ever realizing anything. Your memory is a reconstruction system rather than a recording device. Then there is sleep, which you absolutely cannot function properly without. During sleep, you consolidate memories and strengthen important neural connections formed earlier. Waste products accumulated during waking hours get flushed out through specialized channels. That clearance system becomes dramatically more active while you are unconscious. Skip sleep repeatedly, and cognitive performance collapses in clearly measurable ways. Attention fades, emotional regulation weakens, and decision-making becomes noticeably worse. Chronic sleep loss is linked to serious long-term health consequences. Very few interventions protect you as reliably as consistent proper sleep. You are not being lazy when you sleep. You are maintaining yourself. Emotion is another system that people consistently misunderstand about you completely. Feelings are not the opposite of rational thought at all here. The amygdala flags emotional significance and triggers rapid protective responses instantly. That system evolved because hesitation around genuine danger proved consistently fatal. Emotion and reasoning are deeply intertwined rather than entirely separate systems. People with damage to emotional processing regions make consistently terrible decisions. They can reason perfectly, yet cannot choose between two reasonable options. Emotion assigns value, and without value, logic has nothing left to weigh. Feeling is therefore part of thinking rather than an obstacle to it. Now consider consciousness, which remains genuinely unexplained by all of modern science. You generate a continuous sense of being someone experiencing the world. Nobody knows exactly how physical activity produces subjective experience at all. Philosophers call this the hard problem, and it remains stubbornly unsolved today. Neuroscience can map your activity precisely without ever explaining why experience exists. You are the only known object that wonders about its own existence. You also generate a self, which is more constructed than people assume. Your sense of identity is stitched together from memory, sensation, and prediction. Different networks contribute different pieces, and the result feels seamless and unified. That unified feeling is itself something you actively produce moment by moment. Of course, you are vulnerable in ways that reflect your complexity. Strokes cut blood supply and your neurons begin dying within minutes. Alzheimer's disease dismantles your memory networks slowly across many painful years. Traumatic injury disrupts connections physically and can transform a personality completely. Depression, anxiety, and psychosis emerge from disrupted signaling across specific brain circuits. These are physical conditions with real biological mechanisms operating behind them. None of these conditions represent weakness or any personal failure whatsoever. They are medical problems affecting the most complicated structure ever discovered. We would never blame someone for a failing heart or kidney. The same reasoning should apply to any disorder affecting your circuits. Protecting you is genuinely far simpler than most people ever expect. Regular physical exercise improves blood flow and supports new neuron growth. Quality sleep protects memory consolidation and maintains the waste clearance system. Learning new skills builds cognitive reserve that buffers against later decline. Managing blood pressure and blood sugar protects the tiny vessels feeding you. Wearing a helmet prevents injuries that no medicine can ever reverse. Social connection matters more than most people realize for brain health. Loneliness is strongly associated with faster cognitive decline in older adults. You evolved inside social groups, and isolation genuinely affects your function. Now step back and consider what you genuinely represent as an organ. Every human achievement in history emerged from organs exactly like this. Language, mathematics, music, medicine, and spaceflight all came from folded tissue. Someone using roughly 20 watts imagined relativity and rewrote physics entirely. Another built vaccines that have since saved hundreds of millions of lives. And you are the reason humanity understands anything about anything at all. You built telescopes and used them to map distant galaxies precisely. You developed microscopes and then discovered the very cells that build you. You are the universe, examining itself through one remarkable biological structure. That may well be the strangest single fact about your existence. You still have no idea what you truly are, even now. The most studied object in science remains largely mysterious to itself. Every discovery about you was made by something structurally identical to you. Right now, you are doing something genuinely remarkable without even noticing. You converted these written symbols into sounds playing inside your head. You extracted meaning, connected it to prior knowledge, and formed opinions. You did all of that within milliseconds while using barely any energy. No engineered system anywhere on Earth comes remotely close to that efficiency. Nothing else in the entire known universe accomplishes what you accomplish. You are 3 pounds of tissue floating in fluid, in darkness. And somehow, out of that darkness, an entire experienced world appears.